A football hazing incident caught on camera. Now one of the players is talking for the first time, and he's pointing fingers at the coach.
Checking students out of school getting a lot tougher in one school district. The new guidelines parents need to know about.
And a local deputy turned alligator wrangler. It happened, and we've got the picture to prove it.
You're watching Good Morning Alabama on ABC 3340.
Good morning, Alabama. Time is coming up on 5:30 this Tuesday morning. We're glad you're here with us as many students start another day of school. I think Mountain Brook City starts today, so happy first day of school.
Happy first day of school. So let's get straight to your forecast. We're meteorologist Megan Thomas. We do weather and traffic together every 10 minutes. Hot again today.
Hot again today. Going to be steamy today and tomorrow, and then heat levels go back just a bit for the weekend. But really, it's temperatures not bad this morning. If you're stepping out and about, you'll notice that we are in the 70s in town and low 60s up into Coleman County this morning, so that is kind of refreshing. A live look coming from Malfunction Junction. Eric will have a look at traffic in just a moment, but at this point, again, just a few clouds around across much of the state, but otherwise no rain to mention. Chance for rain today, very, very small. Coleman coming in at 61 degrees right now, Gadsden at 64, Birmingham at 70, Tuscaloosa at 73. So as we head through the morning, temperatures should hover around 70 if you're in town and headed back to the bus stop. If you're along that 278 corridor, you all will be in the 60s. So definitely a cool start to the morning, but definitely hot later today. We'll be in the upper 80s for lunchtime. And by the time you end your day during the peak heating of the day around 3, 4 o'clock, temperatures should be in the low to mid 90s. Only isolated showers. So if you're one of those prepared people, go ahead and pack that umbrella. Just keep it with you the rest of the week. And we'll talk about that increase in rain headed for the end of the work week coming up in no more than 10 minutes. But let's check in with Erica Lopez in on-time traffic.
All right, thanks, Megan. Right now, we're going to get you started out with a live look here, 31 right at Caraway Boulevard. And things are nice and clear in both directions. Still not too busy out on the roadways. And right now, we'll switch over to our maps and check in. Not dealing with any trouble spots slowing things down for you. Drive times, if you're taking 22 in from Jasper, 35 minutes is going to be your ride. On 2059 eastbound from McCullough to Birmingham, you're looking at a 19-minute ride. And then on 65 northbound from Pelham to Birmingham, you're looking at a quick 21 minutes. We're going to have another update on the roadways and your forecast coming up in no more than 10.
Developing right now this morning, we are working to find out how a Birmingham student got put on the wrong daycare bus. School officials say that mishap happened at Huffman Academy. Now, the student is safe. School officials released a statement saying that they will examine dismissal procedures to prevent this from happening again. Also developing this morning down in Mobile, an investigation at Davidson High School on this video showing a student being beaten inside of the locker room.
A high school junior says a football coach knew there was hazing among the team. The students did not want his face to be shown, but he talked with our sister station in Mobile, saying he knows the hazing was wrong, but he and his other fellow teammates feel the head coach threw them under the bus by not admitting the hazing was only going on because it was a culture that was allowed.
It was like a traditional thing, and we just kept it going on.
So this happened to you when you were a freshman?
Yes, ma'am.
Did the coach witness any of this?
Sometimes they do.
That coach, Fred Riley, is on paid administrative leave right now. An interim coach is in place.
There's going to be some attention around us, but as long as we stay to ourselves and do what we have to do, everything should be just fine.
We don't get distracted. We don't have one goal, is to prepare each and every week for our first game and all the other games after that.
The family of Rodney Kim, the student that was seen beaten in that viral video, filed a lawsuit against the school district.
Here in Birmingham, there are new developments in the brutal murder of a couple found inside of their home. Neighbors of Joe and Mary Holt tell ABC 3340 News they recognize Kristen Gullion and Zachary Phillips. The pair was arrested last week in Florida after police spotted them in the couple's stolen car. Neighbors say they saw Gullion and Phillips living in that house across the street from the couple's home for several weeks. While the two were facing charges in Florida, no warrants have been issued in this case. As soon as that changes, you can count on ABC 3340 News to let you know.
New this morning, a Mobile County mother faces charges for not sending her child to school. Police arrested Brenda Holland Monday. Right now, it's unclear how many days the child missed. The case is being handled at a youth center, so details about this case will not be made public.
Parents in Tuscaloosa County are concerned about a new checkout policy. School leaders say they had no choice, that the number of students going home early is just out of control. The policy states that checkouts are a Class 1 offense and they are not distinguished as excused or unexcused. Now, exceptions will be made for a doctor or a dentist office visit if the student brings a note. Students can also ask to be excused at the principal's discretion. Teachers say when a student gets checked out, it disrupts the entire class.
It's important that we start and have a good, full instructional day. And so what has come about over the last couple of years is we've seen a great increase in students being checked out. So it's one of the things our schools brought to us and we decided to look at.
Now, leaders say that there may be amendments to the policy going forward. Parents with any questions are encouraged to contact the school principal.
Tornado damage in Jacksonville means fewer homes and apartments for students. The university is now asking the city to relax an ordinance to help fix that. The university already brought in mobile homes, so there would be enough housing. But even then, there's a waiting list for students. The hope was to have the city of Jacksonville approve a moratorium and allow more non-related students to move in together. Last night, it was put before the city council, but it never went for a vote.
Like it would not really help this semester, and that's where the biggest problem is this semester. It's kind of too late to do anything.
Pretty scary, you know, being at their mercy.
JSU's President John Beeler told ABC 3340 News before last night's meeting started, if the city won't help, the university will be forced to find solutions of its own.
Happening today, the Jefferson County School Board will talk Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. The board is looking to establish some guidelines to help school work, and it does not violate the law, the board policies, or impact professional work. The board is set to look at a 12-step guideline to set new standards.
Time now 5:35. Right now, more work is going into keeping football players safe on the field. So here in Alabama, Mountain Brook's football team has new gear with a little extra protection. Check out these new helmets designed by Wendell. There's a built-in sensor that will measure the magnitude of a hit, of an impact on every play and every hit. The Spartans are one of a handful of schools outfitted with this helmet. After a potentially dangerous hit, the sensor alerts the trainer immediately.
The number one concern now with the sport of football is, player safety. I don't want there to be anything negative to come from that. I want it, when they look back on their high school football career, to really believe in their heart that we did everything we could to keep them safe and that everything was positive.
Mountain Brook's first game is at Northwich High School in Tuscaloosa on August 24th. Join our sports team on ABC 3340 at 10:10 every Friday night during high school football season for Friday Night Blitz.
All right, here's a question for you. What has 80 teeth, scales, and a hand on its tail? It seems like the start of a bad joke, but one Shelby County deputy was all about business when he grabbed a gator by the tail and found on a Shelby County resident's driveway. Take a look at this picture. Deputy Thornburg took the opportunity to capture that moment with a picture, and it's now making its way around social media. Lieutenant Joe McGee with the Sheriff's Office says that it is a very rare find to find an alligator in the county. In fact, they've never actually come face to face with one on a call before.
Really rare. To be honest, that's the first time officially that I'm aware of that we've contacted an alligator.
That alligator has since been removed from the area and relocated to a private pond where deputies hope it will remain.
It wasn't raining. Winds changed, got cool. Husband took running off after my 2-year-old's beach ball and grabbed my little boy, 7 years old, by the hand, and both of them were struck and killed instantly.
Lightning remains an ever-present danger during storms, and being aware could mean the difference between life and death. A Mobile woman lost her husband and son 13 years ago, as you heard that story, when they were struck. Now, she's making it her mission to bring lightning awareness to others so they don't have to go through the same heartache. Since her death, she's been dispelling the myths about lightning.
Even though you're in the home, you're not always safe. Even though you're in your vehicle, you're not always safe. Lightning travels. It finds pipes, it finds wires. You cannot predict what lightning is going to be by how close you hear that thunder. Clouds tell you a lot. Wind tells you more than anything.
a mother making her message. Her 15-year-old son was also struck on the beach that day, but was thrown dozens of feet away.
You know, we've talked about this. What did we say yesterday? 15 people so far this year have been killed by lightning strike. We've had a couple in our area, so certainly something to think about.
And James and Megan and Charles, they always say that lightning is frightening.
Yeah, you hear the thunder, you got to go inside just to make sure.
Let's talk about your forecast right now. Any rain in the forecast today, Meg?
You know what, Wendell? The chance for rain today is very, very small. We have some dry air kind of working its way on in here. But at this point, guys, things look good. Looking back over the Magic City, temperatures are in the 70s. This particular sky cam running just a bit too warm. I do believe we're sitting at 70 at the airport, where this camera is really just across the street. But you're looking back down over downtown. Not a bad start to the morning. So again, things very quiet. A few clouds around. Otherwise, really nothing to mention. We're going to see a few isolated showers in here later today, and really at that, the chance for rain over the next 48 hours, only about a half an inch or less. So this isn't going to be a big rainmaker as we go through the first half of the week. The later half of the week, we're going to see some more showers in here. It's 70 degrees now in Birmingham. Coleman coming in at 61. So this is a sign of the times as we head into October or September, and then October, the temperatures will cool in the morning, but we're still going to be hot later today. Highs today back into the low to mid 90s. Definitely going to be a steamy afternoon. Moisture levels not too bad, so the heat index not going to be too high today. I think we still feel like the mid to upper 90s though across the state. Let's get a check on the roads now with Erica Lopez in on-time traffic.
Thanks, Megan. A live look right now, 280 right at Valleydale Road here, and things getting just a little bit busier in those lanes headed away from us, but overall been a nice quiet start to your Tuesday morning ride. Seeing mostly green on the map out here, 65, 20, 59, 22 coming in from Jasper is completely clear. We do have some lane closures happening a little bit later this morning, and it's going to be continuing all week long on 59 northbound between the Asheville exit and the Etowah County line. Just one right lane closed off starting at 7 this morning going till 4, and that's going to be happening again all week. Drive times right now on 65 from Gardendale into Birmingham. That's an 11-minute ride. A hair slower if you were planning on taking 31 southbound. That's going to take you 16 minutes. We'll get another update on the roadways and your forecast coming up in 10 minutes.
Breaking overnight, Turkey firing back at the U.S. over sanctions.
What that country just did that may affect your wallet.
And caught on camera, a mad dash to save shelter animals trapped inside of a building from a California wildfire. The heroic measures those officers took to get the animals to safety. Time is 5:41. You're watching Good Morning Alabama, and we are working for you.